Namo Narayanaya. We are finishing up the first part of Adi Shankara's Tattva Bodha. This section is called the Five Veils. What are the five veils? The food form, the life form, the emotion form, the knowledge form, the bliss form. What is the food form? Coming into being through the essence of food, getting its growth through the essence of food. In the food-formed world, it is again dispersed. This is the food-formed veil, the physical vesture. What is the life formed? The four life and the four other lives, voice, and the four other powers of doing, these are the life formed. What is the emotion formed veil? Emotion joining itself to the five powers of knowing. This is the emotion-formed veil. What is the knowledge-formed veil? The soul joining itself to the five powers of knowing. This is the knowledge-formed veil. What is the bliss-formed veil? This verily is the substance not quite pure because of the unwisdom that gives birth to the causal vesture. In it are founded all joys. This is the bliss-formed veil. Thus the five veils. By saying, mine are the lives, mine is emotion, mine is the soul, mine is the wisdom, these are recognized as possessions. And just as a bracelet, a necklace, a horse, and such things, separated from oneself, are recognized as possessions, so the five veils and the vestures, recognized as possessions, are not the self. What then is the self? It is that whose own nature is being, consciousness, bliss. What is being? What stands through the three times of present, past, and future? This is being. What is consciousness? The own nature of perceiving. What is bliss? The own nature of joy. Thus let a man know that the own nature of his own self is being, consciousness, bliss. Thus ends section 1. I believe Adi Shankara has just informed us that keeping up with the Joneses, buying a bigger house, buying a bigger car, buying a second or third car, is not who we are. We are beyond that. The things we own are not who we are. There's a bass right behind you, you can see, that I play. That is not who I am. But he might say that the creative instinct in me that allows me to pluck out some notes is who I am, because that is connected to my being or my knowledge. But the things I have are not. So if that's a Stradivarius bass, don't be so impressed, because it's not me, it's just a possession. Sadly, as you may get, this is not what society teaches us. You should have things. You should have lots of stuff, because lots of stuff makes you who you are. So this reminds me of a story. I'm in New York City. I lived there for 6 years in Manhattan and worked in the East Village. And there was this bar I frequented quite a lot, like weekly or every few weeks. And this woman who I didn't really know very well was sitting next to me, and she turned to me and said, "Oh, what do you think of this bag?" And she gave me the name of this bag. And I just was like, it's a bag. I don't understand the question. Literally, her response was, "Oh, you're not worth talking to. You're no good." And then turned to somebody else. I wasn't flirting with her. She was 20 years older than me. I was in a relationship. I was literally just sitting there having my beer. What did I say? Well, I asked a friend of mine afterwards, like, I told him what had happened. He goes, "Oh my God, you weren't impressed by her." I'm like, I don't know anything about her. And he goes, "Oh no, that bag, you have to order it like 6 months in advance, and they're each made individually." And I'm like, "Yeah, I've never heard of them." "Oh, well, how can you not?" And I go, "Well, because I don't buy bags. And even if I did, I buy one now and I bring it home immediately. I don't wait 6 months for it. And if I'm waiting 6 months for a bag, I probably don't need it, because usually bags I need now." And he just kind of got a little flustered. He goes, well, she wanted you to see her bag. I'm like, I don't care about her bag. I care about her. And she turned me off as someone who was boring and not worth talking to because she wanted me to discuss her possessions, essentially. And her possessions were her. That was her. Like, I asked my friend, I said, okay, well, tell me about her a little bit. And he goes, well, she has this bag and she has a fancy car and a condo. I'm like, okay, tell me about her. So far, you've just said she has lots of money. A lot of people have money. I said, looks to me like she's a very boring, shallow person. That I can say about her, because her personality was wrapped up in this bag, in a possession. Thank you for watching. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.